Welcome back to building 1313 LEGO. I'm super excited to show you the overall progress I've been working on 1313. I must say it's probably the most work I've done on the overall MOC in a few months by now, because I want this episode to encapsulate the most amount of work I've done pretty much all of December. So my plan this episode is actually start on that strip club I've been working on, and I have some pretty good ideas what I'm going to do with that one. Because a while back I had this idea of having like a corner of 1313, like one of the buildings actually be one of the strip clubs, because I just think it'd be very interesting seeing the overall sci-fi and futuristic look in Star Wars, because we actually haven't seen anything remotely related to that in Star Wars, because you know it's PG-13 and it's not R, so of course it's not going to be like strip club scenes or anything. But this is my own creation, and I want this 1313 MOC to be kind of more adult oriented, because back in in 1313, like there's no laws pretty much. Well, there is, but no one really follows them, and it doesn't really matter too much. And also connected to that strip club, it will be like this nicely detailed catwalk between like the club and the overall strip club itself, and it's gonna look very sci-fi-esque, because I want to go for the more cyberpunk, kind of grungy, thrown together look, kind of not maintained at all. And I would actually love to finish the overall road section, because I have all the parts right now. It's just gathering them, since it's like in a big box over there. It's just, they're not sorted at all, and I have to sort all those pieces out, then lay down the foundation a little bit more, and work on the upper sloping section of 1313. I've worked on it a little bit, and I must say it's coming together very nicely. I'm very surprised actually the overall detail I put into it. So I want it to be a little bit more dirty and grungy than the overall rest of the section of the MOC, because you know this road is, you know, thousands of years old possibly, so it has to be completely destroyed, not maintained, so it's gonna look very nice when it's all complete. I have some custom LED lights. I also had an idea of putting a fogging machine in the MOC itself, and possibly having like little tubes connecting to that fog machine. It's like put it throughout the MOC, so I can just push a button and then it'll like disperse little smoke clouds throughout 1313 all at once, and to give that really good dark grungy atmosphere. And because I know in New York there's actually like these big buildings that create steam and power it through the sewer section of New York to actually like defrost overall ground and keep the area more warmer in general. I'll put some photos up what it looks like in New York, but I think that'll be insane to put in a LEGO MOC, because I've never seen anyone do that before. If I'm able to like nail it down correctly, I think 1313 can be elevated that much further to like other Coruscant MOCs out there. But that's enough of me talking about what I'm going to do, and then let's actually do that. So I'm actually really super excited to show you guys the progress on the overall garage section I've been working on. So I actually did come up with this idea, because there was a big blank section right here. I really didn't want to like left that unused, so I came up with that nice idea of creating a little balcony to actually have like a little workshop up here as well. The nice thing about this, since it's modular, you guys actually see what it looks like. So going off the little details, on the first floor there's actually an entrance right there. I think it looks really nice since I use those 2x2 curved tiles, and as well as incorporate a nice ladder for them to actually access the second level. And off to the right there's like a bunch of crates, a nice little barrier to hold the crate as well. Off to the left there's a little bit of cabinetry over there. I also wanted to include like a little bit more cabinetry above as soon as I start building up there, which I think looks really nice overall. Because if I had a garage, like my dream garage, I'd probably have something like this with a nice balcony overseeing the operation. But let me take out this modular section and show you guys the smaller details. There's a quick look at that door. I must say that's a really nice door design. I've actually been incorporating that all over 1313. But not specifically the curved aspect of it, but more of those 1x2 masonry brick pieces. I must say they really do work very well for doors. And off to this section, I must say it looks very great overall. Now it's time to show you a little bit more progress I've done on the overall MOC. So I've completely finished all the tiling throughout the whole MOC. I can't remember if I showed you guys, but I actually finished this overall section right here. Just a little bit more, but it's not completely done. I actually came to the conclusion that this MOC is about halfway done. At least this level of the MOC, because I placed this brick right here, the Technic beam. I must say, this is overall the height I want to go for. And when you look at it overall, it's like this is such a little sliver of it compared to the overall scope and scale I'm going for. And even this is like almost halfway, with 3/4 of the way all the way up. But at least when it's this scale, it really shows that this is a city. And if I don't have that overall huge scope and scale of it, it really won't be that big the impact if you like watch the final result. This is actually going to push me to incorporate more of my own design, because it seems like in the concept art photo, it kind of goes up to here. So what I probably have to do is like incorporate more windows all the way across, which is going to look really nice when it's done, because I will incorporate LED lights in these window seals to make it look like this place is lived in and there's currently an apartment complex, people just living about their lives, which will look really nice. It'll give that little touch of this is a lived in city. It has been for centuries. And besides this section, I actually did work on the street bar. So this is the overall design I came up with. In the back, there is some shelves for some alcohol, a little bartender in the front, and there's gonna be like a broom angled off to the side. It kind of fell down right now, but that's okay. And then if you go to the left, there is another design for that door design. I was gonna incorporate like 2 or 3 LED lights right there, but it's such a small sliver of that street, it's not really gonna be that prominent. It just gives that nice detail of a lived-in city. This other section I've been working on is actually gonna blow you guys away. Let's go check it out. So this is my quick little sketch showing you guys what the strip club is going to look like. I came up with this really nice sleek design because it's only like 15 studs in width. I really didn't want it to be like just a square box, which looked very boring. So I incorporated this little slight incline right here, and it's supposed to be a window with some bars over it. I was gonna have like a stripper inside the window seal, doing a little performance right there just to give advertising. And as well as right here, there's another entrance to the strip club. It's all sealed off right there. And next, maybe a sign protruding outwards, preferably LED light. And then some nice X designs right here. I'm not sure if it would be like a structural design. And then right here in Arabesh, this is actually, these symbols are actually X's. So that's XXX, which I thought would be a pretty funny incorporation. This is definitely the adults only portion of 1313. And this is actually the design I came up with. I must say, I'm absolutely loving this design. I really didn't know what to do in this section because it's such a small sliver of it. At first, I built up a few studs, or bricks right here, and I really didn't know how much width of it I would be able to build up. So I actually incorporated the section that was part of the street would be part of the building as well, to give a wider width of the overall building. Otherwise, it would have been like this thin, and you can't really do much right here. That'd be a horrible strip club, I must say. We go into the outside design. You can overall see that nice decline right here, which looks very nice. I really want to incorporate it more at an angle, maybe like this way, maybe 45 degree. But I noticed that the inside interior right here, there's barely any space as is. And if I incorporate that angle to be have more of a slope, I would have to move this in like 2 or 3 studs, which would allow like 6 studs right here as interior space. Maybe a little bit less, more like 4, which is pretty horrible. So this will probably do as is, which looks very nice as well. But here's those little bars I was talking about on the windowsill, and as well as a little bit more greebling design right here. And then upwards, there's that X design. It's a little bit more complicated than I went for on the photo, or the drawing. But I must say, I'm absolutely loving this overall design. I would love this design to wrap around the other section of the building, because right now it's currently blank. But it was pretty simple to do. It's just 1x4 bars with some clips and tiles. But that gives that overall nice textured feeling of structure or something. And when you go down, there's a worker trying to entice someone. I don't think she's doing a pretty good job because he's just walking right by. But if you go off to the left, the other entrance, I incorporated a 1x1 panel to access the interior. And that's a pretty nice door design using the stud shooters or the missile launchers. I've seen that used a lot of other places, but I want to incorporate in 1313. And then if you go off to the side, I use these round bricks to actually curve the side of the building quite a bit. I've used that technique before in MOCs, but I really want to incorporate in this building because it looked kind of boring if it was just a rectangular prism. And off to the side, there's more windows. It's pretty blank on that side. That's the back side of the building. That's pretty blank right now. I'm gonna fix it up a little bit. The one thing I noticed I hate is that this MOC is actually lopsided a little bit. Look how not parallel that is. Because it should probably be like right here, then sloping downwards so much right there, as you can tell. That's the one thing I was worrying about so much when making this complete flat structure. It's pretty difficult because when you build on top of it, everything's gonna be lopsided. And I came up with this spiral staircase design a while back, so I want to incorporate in 1313 because there's not enough space for a ordinary staircase. So, and I gave this nice 1x2 trans clear blue tile piece, like wrapped all the way around it. So I really want to go for more the crystallized look for the strip club because I would think it'd be very nice. But besides that, it's actually just a hollow building so far. I'm not exactly sure what is going to be part of the strip club because I actually kind of wanted to block this section off, have this all just be kind of filler, and then the first floor maybe be like right here, and then from there I really just have to plan it out first. But I must say it's going to look very nice once all done. And remember this MOC is only halfway, like this point right here, so I was actually going to incorporate a catwalk going straight across, and as well as that XXX sign right here. I did do a sed.io render of it and show you exactly what it looks like right now. So you see actually what I was talking about, have a nice curvature for that catwalk going straight across. I'm thinking about cutting that in half, moving it over so I can actually see the interior of it, connecting these two buildings. Considering this is a light bluish gray building and this is dark bluish gray, I think it would be a nice contrast showing that this strip club is actually connected to this building. And maybe there will be a staircase to have this overall section be a huge strip club, because like, why not? So I've been working on the road section of 1313, and I must say, like, the overall design detailing and the greebling I put into the single section of the road looks really good. When I go into more detail right here, I made sure to include a lot of sloping details right here along the front section of it. And over here, there's more of like gross greebling to show that it's been banged on quite a few times over the years. But besides that, I'm digging it, especially with like the forklift and cop car on it, or police speeder. I must say, it does really bring 1313 together. And I'm also excited to show you this, guys. So this is the little catwalk I've been working on. I've been working on this for the past few weeks, trying to get it kind of perfect in my eyes, because I did do it on LED, but then kind of modified it so I had a lot more grilling on a whole section of it. But the nice thing about it, it actually is modular, so I'm going to be able to actually pull this in and out of 1313. But this is the overall look on the catwalk of it. I made sure to make it designed as it's brand new, but kind of modified a little bit so it's like cyberpunk. And these dark red stripes wrap around the whole building of it. And these little rectangles are going to be detachable, so I can actually access the interior of it. So there's going to be lights installed, and as I set that back down without dropping it, so there's a broken window right here, and I was going to put some assassins going all the way up, or I could put like a little homeless camp up here, or pretty much anything. But this is going to look amazing when it's all complete. I can see what style I'm going for right now, because this was actually supposed to be perpendicular to this building, but I haven't finished this section of the building yet, so I kind of just set it right there for now, see what it looks like. I'm actually digging the overall incline right there. Since this is the last video of 2021, I want to incorporate the most amount of work in one single episode. So I must say, this is a pretty good section, so I completely finished the catwalk, this overall section of the road, touched up the garage in this section over here, started on this strip club that I'm currently working on. That's going to be very nice when it's all complete. And I must say, like, overall, it's absolutely amazing to look at. I'll love to take this to a convention, but Bricks Cascade is most likely not going to be viable for this MOC specifically because it's one big MOC, so it's not modular at all. Let's go to the outro. I must say, this episode has been a complete blast. I've enjoyed every second of building. It's kind of weird, recently I haven't been like super motivated to build, but now it's actually snowing outside again. It's kind of weird watching my previous videos and me talk about the forest fires happened earlier in the year, and as well as snowing, and now it's happening again, so it really puts in perspective how long this MOC has taken me. It's about a year and a half so far. It's almost the 2-year anniversary of 1313. I want to finish it right before the 2-year anniversary. I feel like I'm coming to a conclusion with 1313, so that's going to be the final video for 2021. And I'm very excited to show you the future of 1313, and as well as the future of 2021, what I plan to do with that overall year, which MOCs I create, which vehicles I designed for that MOC. I have a few ideas in my mind what I want to do. I don't know if you guys actually are too interested in that, I'll keep that as a separate mock series, so have two of them going at the same time. That's my overall goal for 2022. And all I gotta say, have a great year, have a great holiday, and have a great day. See you guys next time.